So the last 15 years have been rough for students' math learning, even before the pandemic. In the United States, around 60% of fourth graders and 70% of eighth graders have consistently scored below math proficiency levels the last 15 years. This means that a large percentage of students each year are not proficient on math concepts that they should be proficient on. So as parents, teachers, and role models for these children, what can we do to help motivate those who might be struggling in math? Well, one way that we can all help is by instilling in them specific types of math intelligence mindsets, or beliefs about the ability for math intelligence to change. And we probably very likely do this already with children daily. So we may say things like, never ever give up, or we may have posters like the ones on the screen that say things like, you can always improve. And these messages, they promote what we call growth mindsets, which is the belief that intelligence can always change and be improved. In contrast, we try to stay away from messages that promote fixed mindsets, which is the belief that intelligence cannot change and is stable. So for many students, these growth mindset messages are positive, they're optimistic, and they help to keep children's heads up in the middle of challenging learning situations. But for other students, like the large percentage in the US who are struggling with math and are not proficient in math, these growth messages that intelligence can always change may not be perceived as positive. Some students may put in a lot of effort and hard work into their learning, but they don't see that immediate change in their learning that they are expecting to see. And so when faced with these growth mindset messages, they may become frustrated, sad, or even angry, and ultimately lose motivation to continue working hard in math. So in my research, I work on trying to understand which beliefs are the best for us to encourage in students to help their achievement and motivation in math. And my collaborators and I, we think that there are mindsets that extend beyond those of the traditional growth and fixed mindset concepts. So specifically, we think that there might be mixed mindsets, which we call beliefs that have both growth and fixed qualities to them about intelligence. And we think that this hybrid mindset might significantly benefit those students who are struggling in school and in math. And we've created some descriptions for what mixed mindsets might look like. So we think in one description, we think that mixed mindsets might look like the belief that intelligence is fixed in one moment and can change in another moment. So a student might think that in the moment, in that present moment that they are working on something math-related, that they cannot learn anymore, they cannot change their intelligence, but there is still the possibility of the change in the future for them. Another description of mixed mindsets that we've come up with is the belief that there are individual fixed differences between people. So it might be that some people are always going to find it easy to learn math or learn math quickly than others, but that overall, at the same time, everyone can grow, has this growing capability to change their intelligence. In recent cognitive interviews that we've done with children ages 8 to 9, we have found that their beliefs about intelligence do resemble mixed mindsets. And while we did find that there is a large overlap between the mixed mindsets in math that children have and the growth mindsets in math that they have, we surprisingly found that the link between this new mixed mindset and math achievement is much stronger than the link between growth mindset and math achievement. So this finding is promising about the role of mixed mindset on achievement for us to study in future work. And what it suggests to us so far is that the messages that we're using to promote motivation in students might be better off for their achievement if we if we change them from implying that ability in math can always change to a more flexible and nuanced message that change in math can occur, and it occurs in different ways for each and every person. And by telling students that there are both growth and fixed related aspects to intelligence, we can help them to develop appropriate expectations about their learning. they can then leverage that knowledge to apply their effort and hard work in the classroom in different ways than they may have before, maybe by using a different timeline or a different pace. And overall, we're hoping that these mixed mindsets can help to lead, or can lead to students who are happier and less frustrated in the math classroom, who are motivated to persist in math learning, and overall, ultimately, really, to help these students become more proficient in math in the long run. Thank you.